The ASNR is really the single place where we can find home for our research, education, and really a kinship with other neuroradiologists.
It represents my interests and is a place I can go to if I need something from a practical point of view.
And if you're a neuroradiologist, there's no question you have to be a member of the American Society of Neuroradiology.
ASNR has a tremendous leadership aspect to it, where there are people that you read about or see are the authors of the textbook, and then you have access to them. That support is wonderful as an up-and-coming physician.
The ASNR was founded by a gentleman named Juan Taveras, a very well-known neuroradiologist, and he gathered together 14 people in New York. They kind of laid out everything, including the mission of the society, and they really took a big gamble, and it turned out to really be quite an organization.
I don't think the founders could have envisioned what's happened, this revolution in imaging and healthcare that's occurred.
One of the things that I love about radiology and neuroradiology specifically is that the technology changes so quickly.
When I first joined, there was no evidence whatsoever that there would be such a dynamic tool as magnetic resonance imaging.
And that is probably the most exciting thing that has happened to us in the last 10 or 15 years.
It's not just a static picture anymore, and this will allow us to get more detail about several other disease processes and allow us to make better diagnoses.
On the interventional side, it's become far safer. There's been an expansion of the number of things that one can do and the number of conditions that can be treated through neuroradiology. It's by far the best single place you can go to get information about the current state of the art in diagnostic and therapeutic neuroradiology.
We have a forum to develop new ideas, to study them, to learn from each other, and to help patients through the advancement of our specialty.
So you can find lectures on all the different current topics that you are interested in learning. It can be very scientific, but it can also be about the best practices.
And you can get an idea about how they're translating the new ideas that are coming down into real-life application.
And really that's the best part, is it's a community of people who want to make things better.
The American Journal of Neuroradiology is actually the second oldest journal in clinical neuroimaging in the world, but it is the most widely read and the most widely circulated journal, and having the highest impact factor, which measures how many times the articles published in that journal are quoted in other scientific publications. The electronic portion of the journal offers activities that are interactive, such as the case of the month, the case of the week, the classic case.
The foundation supports research in neuroradiology, both basic research and translational research.
And really look at arriving at results that change practice management.
The foundation's real goal is to bring that research and education not only to the current trainees, but to ensure the future of the specialty tomorrow.
That's how the specialty grows. That's how we become more and more mature, and that's how we have an influence in the neurosciences.
The foundation has been very successful in developing enough funding to provide awards for young investigators who have used this seed funding as a stepping stone to careers in academic neuroradiology.
Well, what I really hope is that we'll have a rapid method of estimating a patient's collateral blood flow in the early stages of stroke so we can decide on proper therapies.
The goal of my project was to try to use imaging to find some kind of marker, some kind of imaging marker in the arteries of the neck that would predict which patient would develop an ischemic stroke.
If we're going to continue to stay on the cutting edge, and if we're going to continue to be the leaders and the individuals making diagnoses, we have got to be doing research. We have to be in the first tier of those doing research. The only way to do that is to support young investigators. It's absolutely vital.
If we don't support it, who will?
That if you believe in the goals of ASNR, which are to improve patient care through research, you should support the foundation.
We're all part of the same family, and really this is an investment that'll grow and we can be proud of. So reinvest, invest in neuroradiology, and you'll see the future is even brighter than perhaps we can imagine now.